What? What? It's October 5th, and today it's going to be about Philly. So, let's look at the 76ers and what's up to you guys. The Jedi is here. So, as you can see, the 76ers lost these two games versus the Knicks. The Knicks have swept the Sixers in the Abu Dhabi series. Let's see. Oh, and today is my birthday, as you can see. Oh, well, it's not there now. But yes, as you saw the little balloons before I clicked onto this section, yes, today is my birthday. Happy birthday to me. But yeah, the 76ers, they've lost on October 20, I said 22nd. That's second. Their stats looking pretty good, but the turnovers are the problem. Personal fouls, points in the paint. But yeah, everything looks good. Tyrese Maxey and this VJ Ejikumbi guy looks good. Hopefully we can see more of him as time goes on. As you can look at the Knicks stats and 76ers stats, everything looked good. Let's check this stats. Blocks, turnovers. So the blocks are becoming good for the Sixers and their assists as well. Well, the turnovers are becoming a little bit of an issue. So, and to view them, blah, 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 blah. They actually have the Magic on Friday, October 10th. And they have the last preseason, which is with the Timberwolves, on a Friday as well, October 17th. Which is coming up soon, actually. Yeah. But, the 76ers, again, lost. Also, I went to Top Golf yesterday at King of Prussia, so make sure you see that video in the process. The Philadelphia Union, they won yesterday. Let's see the Flyers. Flyers won yesterday as well, in a close one. Let's actually look at their games and see how they're doing in these games. They're getting more media coverage than the 76ers share in Philly. Okie dokie. So, to start off the year, Flyers won their first ever game of September. And their last preseason game was today, so next week, which is tomorrow, October 9th, was October 5th. October 9th, they will start their regular season. I mean, yeah, they're looking pretty sharp, but same old Flyers. And then you have the sucky Phillies losing the game yesterday. They've literally just lost the game yesterday. Los Angeles leads 1-0, but they won the game with a crushing homer and ended the score 5-3. So, folks, it's only the playoffs. It's only the playoffs. But yes. And honestly, the Dodgers actually they made five unanswered points in between the sixth ending and seventh ending. And the Phillies, they've had literally the bases loaded. They did not do anything. So, way to go to the Phils for actually having a meltdown. And none has a homer, but JT Realmuto, 2 RBIs. Harrison Bader. Batter. Has a RBI as well for the Phils. So, Phillies will play tomorrow at 6:08 p.m. I will watch that. And I think this is coming on TVS. Yeah, I think this is coming on TVS. I will have to look at it again on my on cable. Well, Hulu cable issue. I don't know. But yes, let's get with the NFL. Excuse me. Alright. Let's get with these games. The Pittsburgh Steelers are on a bye week, so that's why this is all Philly right now. The Eagles will also... And, well, thank you for showing me towards this. This is the fourth quarter of the Cardinals and Titans. But, yeah, the Eagles will play the Giants next week on a Thursday night football matchup. And it's in New York. And right now we got to talk about the Eagles. So, let's look at this right here. Okay, it's a good game so far. Blah, 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 blah. Eagles loss today versus the Broncos. No. Browns lost today against the Vikings. Niners won an overtime game on October 20. I keep saying 22nd. October 2nd of this month, which was a few days ago. 3 days ago, I should say. Cowboys gave the Jets some hope and won. The Saints made a comeback versus the Giants today. Panthers actually made a comeback themselves today as well. I was shocked. And Indiana Jones and the Colts are rolling 40-6. Well, this is against the Raiders, but this shows that Daniel Jones is rolling. He is rolling right now. Texans, good job by beating the Ravens. It's good to see the Ravens struggle. Buccaneers are in a tough one with the Seahawks. Oh, they actually won. Okay. Oh, I think the game just ended. Well, they win it again in a close one. 38-35. Though, let's check the stats. Okay, so they only allowed it 1 sack and not... They got the fumble and interception. Okay, so this was a good game to watch, unfortunately. Lions are tearing apart Cincinnati, and I think the game is done. If this will let me click on it. Okay, it does. And yeah, I think this game is absolutely done. Yeah, I think this game's absolutely done. 35-17. Jared Goff, 3 touchdowns, and he is bombing out on the Lions yet again. Lions are actually 4-1 if this game's actually over, and Cincinnati will fall to 2-3. Commanders, they're actually winning 20-10. Oh, this game is still going. Okay, so Lions and Bengals are still going. Bengals can try to make a legit comeback if they can, but I doubt that. And the Commanders are winning, like I said a little bit ago, 20-10. Patriots have the Bills today, and the Bills are undefeated, the only undefeated team on the market. Chiefs and Jaguars is tomorrow. And like I said before, the Eagles got the Giants Thursday on October 9th. So for Philly fans, get ready for the Flyers and the Phillies and the Eagles on a Thursday night. Especially the Flyers and the Eagles. So, without further ado, let's get into this Eagles and Broncos game. Again, everything is all Philly, even though I'm wearing a Steelers hat. I will talk about the Steelers and Broncos matchup in just a little bit, but right now we got to talk about what's going on right now with the Philadelphia Eagles. As you look at the stats, everything is fine for the Eagles, well, except for rushing, but passing yards, they're okay. Total yards, okay. But, and yards per play as well. But the sacks, they only got 2 sacks on Bo Nix. And then Jalen Hurts is sacked 6 times. Why is Jalen Hurts taking this many sacks? Hurts has 2 touchdowns. He has not thrown an interception yet this year. The last time he has thrown an interception was in that Super Bowl matchup versus the Chiefs last season. He has not thrown an interception this year. Saquon Barkley has 6 carries, 30 yards. A.J. Dillon, 2 carries, 12 yards. Jalen Hurts, 2 carries, 3 yards. Pittsburgh forecast, I will look at that later. Will Sheffley, 1 carry, no yards. So the running is not what it used to be last season or the year prior. So something's up with the Eagles right now. They want to pass, and they're doing it good, halfly, but they're not doing it in a way that people want them. Now, A.J. Brown is probably going to request a trade, or he's going to want to be traded. He has 5 receptions, 43 yards. Devontae Smith, 8 receptions, 114 yards. Saquon Barkley, 3 receptions, 58 yards, and a touchdown. So that's good for Barkley that he has a touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 3 receptions, 19 yards, and a touchdown himself. Giant Calcaterra, I think they said he was hurt. He had 2 receptions and 18 yards. Hopefully he can be back in the Thursday lineup against the Giants along with Dallas Goedert. Will Sheffley has 1 reception for 4 yards. Zach Bond, a sack. Zadarius Smith, a sack. Alright, so that's good for the Eagles. They got 2 sacks. They're getting tackles, though. Jalen Carter with 4. Jordan Davis with 2. These are your impact players. So why are they not getting as much impact in these last couple games? They're like lost right now on the defense. They're getting the pressure, but they're not like, they haven't been hurt too much. Reed Blankenship, Cooper DeJean, Crayon Mitchell, Keely Rangel, and Campbell, Jarrett Campbell, and Zach Bond. All these names have been hurt except for these 2 guys, Carter and Davis. So hopefully they can make an impact versus the Giants. Hopefully. But I really like Zach Bond in today's game just by looking at his stats right now. But yeah, this Eagles defense today has gotten pressure, but it's just you're expecting Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis to be the ones to be making those big time plays on defense, and you haven't seen them today. And I believe against the Buccaneers. We'll look at the Buccaneers. So we'll look at last game. And you look on defense. I wanted Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis to get at least a sack or so. Number 97, Moro Ojombo, or Jomo, if that's how you say his last name. But yeah, he got the sack. That was the only... No. Zach Bond got that Eagle sack. So only 2 sacks this game. And Jordan Davis has 1 sack. Jalen Carter only has 1 sack. So these 2 guys wasn't really as impactful this game either as well. So right now, I mean, they're getting tackles good, but it's like you want those 2 to be explosive, and they're not explosive right now. But back to the Eagles and Broncos, and then we'll come back to the schedule. Here we go. But yeah, back to here. Bo Nix had an okay game today against his Eagles D. Well, against the Eagles in general. 1 touchdown. He had 242 yards. J.K. Dobbins, 20 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown. Bo Nix also ran a little bit. Evan Ingram, a touchdown. Cortland Sutton, Cortland Sutton, 8 receptions, 99 yards. Could have had 100. So everyone did good, especially this Broncos defense that sacked Jalen Hurts 6 times. 6 times Jalen Hurts has been sacked. So I hope that everything is cleaned up when Thursday night hits, because they're in New York, and then they got to play the Vikings, and then they're playing New York again. So Broncos get this one. They actually made a comeback. If you look here, Eagles had it throughout the 3 quarters. Broncos just literally stormed and put up 18 unanswered points. Just 18 unanswered points. Crazy. But yes, each team has 7 punts. No fumbles, no interceptions. Like I said, Jalen Hurts has not drew an interception, and this might be the reason why he is taking this many sacks, because he does not want to throw an interception. He wants to be perfect. But something's telling me that the Eagles, and I'm going to show you the schedule, and one of these games, Jalen Hurts is going to be picked off. I'm just letting you Eagles fans know right now, if you're an Eagles fan that's watching. But the Eagles, they, like I said, have the Giants, Vikings, and Giants. This is a little tricky because the Giants can easily look at one of their games if they lose one of these games against the Eagles, and they could input with a win in one of these matchups. So hopefully the Eagles are in like much better shape on a Thursday night to handle the Giants, and then they can move on to Minnesota after a long break, because once they get done this game, they're on a long little break until next Sunday. So yeah, which is the good part. But then, like I said, the Giants also play you again, so you're running into the same team. And Jalen Hurts has had some struggles in MetLife Stadium. So Right now, Jalen Hurts is going to be having a rep time of his life with the Giants. So let's see what happens on Thursday. And also after this little trickery marathon, I guess you can call it, they got the Packers and Lions, Cowboys, Bears, and Chargers, Raiders. I bet they're gonna they're gonna sweep the Raiders, smack them. Then you got the Commanders, Bills, and Commanders again. So, well, this is all in December. Well, one in January, but this is like literally all down the line. But right now it's the Giants, Vikings, and Giants. They got lucky versus the Buccaneers. They was not lucky against the Broncos, and the Broncos are actually on the roll. But yes, I don't really know what's with these Eagles. Jalen Hurts, he keeps getting sacked. And this last time the Eagles had 19 QB hits coming into this game alone. They had 19 QB hits coming into today's game that just been finished, which is some hours ago. So yes, 19 QB hits. They probably have a little bit more. I mean, the Steelers have a little bit more than that. And I will show you right now. Show you the Steelers QB hits as of going into the week of the Browns for week 6. Steelers have 36 QB hits, and they will also have the amount of sacks that they have going into week 6 against the Browns. So hopefully that the Browns are playing with their best effort. Steelers have 14 sacks with 5 fumbles coming into week 6. Well, going into week 6 when that time comes. As for the Eagles, coming into this game and finishing this game of week 5, they have just 3 sacks coming into this game with 1 fumble. And no, this is not a joke. You're actually looking at, right now for the Eagles, just 5 sacks coming into, well, going into week 6, which is next week, with 1 fumble. So, you might say this is good for the Eagles. They got 5 sacks. Leave them alone. No, I mean, the Eagles are getting pressure. They do have amount of QB hits. They might have had some more QB hits this game that was just today. But your defense is lacking in getting sacks and forcing fumbles. They're getting the tackles that they needed, but the sacks, 5 sacks this season going into week 6, which is next week. Again, they've splashed their 42 sacks last season, and then the season prior to have 43. They also had 70 sacks 3 years prior with 15 fumbles. So hopefully this Eagles team can be refreshing when it comes to week 6 against the Giants. If not, then you're looking at a good and horrible season. Well, not horrible season, a rough, very rough season for the Eagles. But yeah, Steelers, sacks, 5, fumbles. Just one fumble. I like how I just paused for a long period. But yeah, this is what you're seeing right now in the process. This is not this is not a fluke. Eagles have 5 sacks entering this season alone. Well, right now, since finishing this game of Week 5. So what you're looking here is not a fluke. This is the stat line right now for the Eagles. And if you're an Eagles fan that's watching, you can comment down below what needs to be addressed. But yes, this is what this is the little stat mark right here in the process that I'm showing you, and this is a true one right now in the process. 5 sacks, 1 fumble. To the Steelers, 36 QB hits to 14 sacks. I will show you actually again for the Steelers sacks. They also have 5 fumbles. But yeah, I mean, the last time the Steelers had 50 or more sacks, well, 55 sacks, no, 56 sacks actually, was 2020. Can they spark that up again this year? Right now they have 14, so let's see, can they try to bring that back again? They had 40 sacks last season. They had 47 sacks in 2023, which was 2 years prior. So, and then they had 19 fumbles as well. They actually had 21 fumbles in 2023. Right now they have 5. So, did not mean to do that. Having allergy problems. But, yep. The Eagles are going to be in a tough one. So will the Steelers. And on top of that, Dillon Gabriel has played against the Vikings. So let's actually talk about that. Or you know what? How about we not just do that? But yeah, the Steelers have the Browns. I might not see the game because, like I said, I am in a different part of Pennsylvania. So it is what it is. The Eagles have the Giants on Thursday night, October 9th. And it's on Amazon Prime. But if in the Philadelphia area, well, and in suburbs, you can watch it regularly on any channel. Well, I think channel NBC. So, or the NFL network. But yeah, as your host, the Jedi is out. I'll see you guys in the next video, and make sure you what's the one I'm looking for? Oh yeah, watch my previous videos in the process. But yeah, I am out. Peace out.